Hello everyone, Mark Galasiewski here. I want to let you in on one of my favorite things about the wave principle, one of the reasons why I wanted to become an Elliott wave analyst in the first place. It's that financial markets trace out identifiable patterns independent of current economic and political conditions. That simple insight into how financial markets work, separate from the noise of everyday's news, can give traders and investors a huge advantage over the competition. And it doesn't require time or money. It just requires a willingness to see things differently than other people do. Take the major trends in India's stock market over the past 15 years, for example. On October 31, 2008, at the depths of the global financial crisis, world stock markets were in free fall, and most investors were frozen in fear for their financial lives. But our Elliott wave perspective was clear. Indian stocks had traced out 5 waves up in a bull market from a low in 2003 to the 2008 high, and had then fallen in a bear market correction of that advance. There's nothing particularly surprising about a bear market correction following a bull market. In fact, we noticed that the pattern of the entire bull market and the subsequent bear market looked similar in form to the first 2 waves within the 5-wave bull market. It was another bear market correction following a bull market. Here's what that similarity of form helped us to see. It suggested that, in fact, the 2008 high was the end of a large degree first wave of primary degree, while the October 2008 low was the end of a second wave of primary degree. Such similarity between Elliott waves of different degrees isn't always on display, but in this case the fractal relationship provided additional evidence to support our wave count. In fact, both of these second waves retraced 61.8% of the preceding first wave on log scale. Such beautiful Fibonacci relationships between waves can also help to identify the ends of Elliott wave patterns. So on that day nearly 11 years ago, October 31, 2008, we published this analysis. Quote, Indian stocks are about to begin primary wave 3 of the bull market that began in 2003. The Sensex may take 15 years to reach the end of wave 5. How did that particular forecast work out? The Sensex took off on a multi-year bull market, which is still playing out. While global markets were reeling during the global financial crisis, we were able to show once again the value of ignoring current economic conditions and instead focusing on Elliott wave patterns in stocks. That covers watching wave patterns as opposed to watching economic news. Next, in part 2 of this video, I'll show you why it's best to ignore political news as well when you're trying to determine the major trends in a nation's stock market.